Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chapter 11, Section 6. We're talking about the idea of travel expenses. So there's a couple different things that'll come into play with travel expenses. The first is being reimbursed for mileage. Um, so we'll talk about an example here. But with mileage, they'll pay you per a certain amount of cents per mile for however many miles you drive. Sometimes they may give you saying that you drove a certain amount of miles, but only a certain amount of those miles were for business. So you have to figure out that percentage um, and then go from there. So let's take a look at this first example. You drove your car 986 miles in May. 35% of those miles were for your job. So we have to figure out how many of these 986 miles were for your job. So you're going to take 986 and multiply it by the percentage that's given. So in this case it's 35% or 0.35, and that gives us an answer of 345.1 miles. Okay, so these 345.1 miles is what you drove for your business. So that is what you're going to take times your reimbursement rate, which is 32 cents a mile. So when you take $345.10 and multiply by 0.32 or 32 cents, you get an answer of 110.432, which we will then round to 110.43. So that is how much you're reimbursed. Okay, so we found the number of miles by taking the number times the percentage, and then took those number of miles times by the 32 cents, or the amount per of the amount per reimbursement, and we got our total answer. Okay. The second way is going to give you a whole different type of problem. You're going to have a lot of numbers here. Business travel expenses. So all of the expenses that you incurred on the business trip will need to be added up. If it says something was per diem, you multiply that by however many days it was and add that in as well. Same thing goes if you get some miles in there as well. All right, so we're taking a look at this example here. You attended a conference in another state. Here were all of your expenses. So you had $582 for airfare. You had $222 for meals, 38 bucks for the taxi, 42 bucks for parking at the airport. Porterage was 12 bucks. The conference registration fee was 275 miles. All right, mileage to and from the airport was 32 miles. So we're going to write that later. $216 for hotel charges. Other expenses were 54. Okay, so we have all of these expenses here plus 270 or 32 miles at 0.35 or 35 cents. So 30 32 times 0.35 gives us $11.20. So all of these values we need to add together, and this is going to give you how much money you get reimbursed. And so when we add this all up, we get an answer of $1,454.20. So $1,454.20. So this is fairly, hopefully, straightforward. You take everything that you need or all of the expenses that are given, and you just add them all up. Okay, and then we had the mileage rate in there, so we've done that before from the previous example, so we figured that out. And then, we just added everything together. All right, so this was 11.6 business expenses. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Have a good day.